Good morning. I'm cooking breakfast. Okay. I'm cooking breakfast this morning, and I wanted to say a thing that I feel like has been on my heart for a while now. And it really got solidified the other month when I saw that Bob Ross video. Bob Ross is the happy tree guy painting happy trees. And he was explaining how when he goes to places, people say, well, I can't do what you do. I'm not talented like you are. And he calls bullshit on it. Well, he calls baloney, but I'm going to call bullshit. And he says, talent is a pursued interest. And I cannot agree with that more than I do. And I think that we make a lot of excuses. I look around the world and people are so unhappy. And I'm like, you know, well, what do you do in your spare time? How do you spend it? And a lot of people these days, and I know that anxiety exists, and I know that depression exists. I have experienced those things myself from time to time in my life. But I never let them get the better of me. I do it anyway. I don't think anyone has ever overcome a fear by sitting on the couch and watching TikTok. You overcome fear by going and doing the thing that you're afraid of. And like I could use riding for an example. I started riding when I was 30, and that's kind of a little late. When you're a kid and you learn to ride, you're more flexible. You're also fearless. You probably haven't met your first quadriplegic yet. You don't realize what can happen. So it is much easier to develop that muscle memory when you are limber and fearless. When you're 30 and you get on a horse, you're like, whoa, it's kind of a long way down. But, you know, I'm not going to say that I'm self-taught necessarily. I have taken lessons. I have had good instruction. I have had shitty instruction. And I have had to weed through those conflicting things, and I literally read through them. I have all of the best books on dressage and horse movement, and I probably bought them used on Alibris because, you know, if you can afford a Starbucks, you can afford a used book. When I first started riding, I threw myself at my second lesson barn because I realized I maybe can hop over a little 2-foot fence, but I couldn't take care of a horse myself. I don't know anything about how to take care of a horse. So in order to learn that, and I worked at the time that I did this, I volunteered, and she didn't particularly want me there. I hinted a couple times, hey, I'd love to help you just so I can learn. And she, So one Monday morning, I just showed the fuck up. Like, hey, good morning. What are we doing? What can I do? How can I help? And that lesson barn got me my first horse job. And I was it was way above my pay grade. It was probably not a good idea. Hold on, I need to put butter in the pan. See, I can't multitask very well. I was not really at the level where I should have been doing that, but whatever. Baptism by fire, and I learned. And I designated a good portion of my 30s to learning about horses. And sometimes that was different instruction. We moved a lot during that time. I still worked during most of that time. So anyway, my point is, when somebody says, oh, you know, you're talented. I am actually not a talented rider at all, by nature. I didn't inherit any of both of my parents are good movers. They were both good dancers. Not me at all. So everything that I learned, I had to learn the hard way. And I had to learn it by myself, mostly. And it was a lot of work. But you know what? Today, I can teach that to somebody else. I can pass that on to my lesson students. Any interest that I have really gotten into, I've had to self-learn. And I can't imagine doing it any other way. So when I look around the world and I see so many unhappy people who are like, well, you know, I can't start that now. I don't have any money. Okay, if you can afford a Starbucks, you can afford a used book on Alibris about a topic that, or any, I don't mean to keep pushing Alibris, that's just the one I use. Any discount used book site. There's no excuse if you can TikTok half the day that you can't get on YouTube and find the people who are good at what it is you want to do. And I can almost promise with any interest that you have, there is somebody in your area that will be more than happy to accept a trade. I will help you so that I can learn. And that, you know, those things are all completely doable if you really put your mind to doing something. And I think that so many people would be so much happier. I woke up this morning, I almost couldn't go to bed last night. I was so excited to see what my natural dye is going to do with a pH alkaline shift. I woke up, the first thing in my head was like, oh, I wonder what that did. And those are the things to me, maybe not to you, I don't know, but the people that I know in my life that I would say are the happiest people, and I mean happy is relative, you know, we all are going to have our ups and downs, but the people who I think are the most whole and the most happy are those who are pursuing their interests and passions. Yes, they have jobs, maybe they have kids, but they're still doing it. And those people, and I really think there's a connection there between happiness and what you actively do every day. If you go to work and, firstly, if you never leave your house, I think it would be very odd if you were happy. If you just leave your house to go to your job that you don't like, and I've done that, and you come home, you're also not going to be happy. Like, there has got to be some other reason that we are here. And when you're pursuing those reasons and sharing those reasons with other people, it's just it's just naturally good mental health, I think. So I would encourage you, rather than getting a Starbucks or getting your nails did, I don't know if you've seen my nails lately, but I just want you to look at that. Yeah, or whatever it is you're spending money on, spend it on, invest in yourself. Invest in something you've always wanted to do, even if that starts with, I'm going to order a book about this topic that has always interested me. Anyway, that's my morning breakfast rambling. I'm having eggs, courtesy of my mother-in-law and her lovely chickens. And what else am I having? Oh, garlic toast. I forgot to start that. And an avocado and cottage cheese. Anyway, have a good day. Please put the TikTok down. Please put your fantasy novel down. Please put your video game down. And go make the world a better place.